Hey, final exams week is coming up, and at the same time, I have to work on my short film, so I don't have a lot of time. What's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies, and today I'm going to talk about the latest Chaos Walking. I Yesterday I watched Chaos Walking, and it's bad. Uh, so Chaos Walking is a movie that's supposed to be released like 3 years ago, but after a ton of rewrites and a ton of reshoots, finally it is released in 2021. And boy, it's terrible. Apparently, Charlie Kaufman, writer of Synecdoche, New York, being John Malkovich, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, wrote the first draft of this movie, but because the script has changed so much from that point, Charlie Kaufman himself isn't even credited in this movie. That's how much this movie has changed since its first draft. And yeah, it's terrible. First of all, the plot is basically a bunch of guys are stuck on this planet that's not Earth. It's some other alien planet, and apparently all the women are dead because the native species on the planet has killed all the women. And so we have the main character, Tom Holland, and one day suddenly he found a spaceship crashed onto that planet, and the only survivor on that spaceship is Daisy Ridley. And Daisy Ridley is literally the first woman he sees in his life. Then they decided to run away from that town and help Daisy Ridley's character contact the main ship to rescue Daisy Ridley, and that's basically the movie. This movie in its core is a friggin' mess because at first, and in general, this movie is basically about an evil town mayor played by Mads Mikkelsen trying to hunt down Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley and kill them maybe. And then all at the same time there are these alien species, and then all at the same time there's this other town, and then all at the same time there's this other ship, and it's just a jumbled mess. The way this movie is edited, there are cuts where I legit think that something should have happened in between cuts, but for some reason it just jumped. Like suddenly it's showing something 10 minutes later, even though something important should have happened in between. For instance, like how Daisy Ridley was in the spaceship in the beginning of the movie, and then one scene later, she's already on the ground surviving. Anyways, there is also a tonal inconsistency to this movie. This movie tries to be sci-fi while trying to be this cowboy movie at the same time, which is really weird and strange because if humans decide to bring a bunch of people to another planet, you'd think that they would bring a bunch of scientists and engineers, but no. Instead, people decided to bring a bunch of farmers and priests to that town. What? And then we have the antagonist, Mads Mikkelsen. Mads Mikkelsen is a fantastic actor, but his character is completely senseless. What is his point? Why is he even trying to hunt down Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in the first place? If Mads Mikkelsen's plan is to use Daisy Ridley's character and convince another ship to come and somehow conquer that other ship, which by the way has like 4,000 people in it, and take that ship and leave, then why are they trying to hunt down Daisy Ridley's character anyways? Why not just treat her very well and sort of persuade her to do something like that, or manipulate her to do something like that? And even so, what is the point of trying to convince 4,000 people to let him take the ship? Nothing he is doing makes any sense. He doesn't even have a clear goal in this movie. And yeah, we also have the priest character who is really over the top. There's one scene where he suddenly drowns a dog, and then the next scene he just disappears, and then he's in another location again. And then we have the plot twist in this movie, which apparently, minor spoiler alert, actually major spoiler alert, but nobody cares anyways. And that is actually the mayor of the town, played by Mads Mikkelsen, and all the other men in that town killed all the women. It wasn't the native species on the planet, it was the men. And by the way, one of the major elements of this movie is that all the men has a thing called the noise, where whatever they think, whatever they're thinking, are on display on top of their heads. There's this bubbly thing around their heads, and if they're thinking about, oh, I want to eat pizza, they're literally gonna say, oh, I want to eat pizza, but that is the noise saying it, and it's their own voice, but other people will hear it. So if there is this huge, long running secret where the mayor in town and a bunch of other men killed all the women, and people are keeping this secret, wouldn't their secrets be revealed because they have the noise? It does not make any sense whatsoever. It makes even less sense when you think about this plot twist, because the mayor and other men killed all the women. And so all of these men knew the truth. And they lied about the native species of the planet killing all the women. So in a sense, an entire town's worth of people are keeping the secret from Tom Holland. Tom Holland is the only person who doesn't know the truth for some reason. I don't know why. And you may argue that Tom Holland's generation of people all didn't know the truth, but there has to be people from the last generation who is still alive, and so they are all keeping the secret from the younger generation. It does not make any sense whatsoever. And then we have the noise thing, where whatever they think, it's on display. What's the point of that anyways then? What's the point of that? Only men have noise, and women can't have noise. And this concept only serves the plot twist, and the plot twist itself doesn't make any sense. So why even bother build an entire story around this plot twist? It just gets more and more frustrating the more you think about it, and it's a mess. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Chaos Walking is pretty bad. It's probably the second worst movie I've seen this year, which says a lot because I don't watch a lot of bad movies. And yeah, I'm giving Chaos Walking a 3 out of 10. So, have you watched Chaos Walking? From 1 to 10, how much did you rate it? Like it and subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.